For any business to pay taxes, the business environment must be good enough. The environment of doing business must be conducive. In a situation like ours, then are we really trying to squeeze water out of a rock?
One major issue that the government need to do is to ensure that those who are already being taxed today, the tax rate is not being increased on them. We have a number of Kenyans who are in business, could be employed, but they are not paying taxes. And this is the base that needs to be reached to. When you're talking of a business that is established today and the government shareholding as far as taxation is concerned, the effective taxation rate is about 40%. That's a major shareholder by the government. And any time that you can try to increase more than that, it can lead to the collapse of that company or that industry. So it's a question of looking at the tax base rather than the tax rate. The tax base is where today we have 5.5 million Kenyans who are paying taxes. How can we increase this to 10 or 15 million Kenyans who are contributing to the public coffers? And statistics shows that, like now, the IBC statistics shows that we have 22 million registered voters. That means these are Kenyans who are eligible to pay taxes. Unfortunately, the rate of unemployment in the country is very low. The rate of business picking up in the country is very low, even for the SMEs. So not necessarily that the 22 million Kenyans are the one who can be brought into this bracket. But you can see an improvement from where we are 5.5 to about 10, or you double that, using better technological mechanisms to be able to track where the revenue can be obtained. But if you say that you're going to increase the tax rate for already taxed corporate bodies, the manufacturers, you find today there is imposition of stamp duty or excise stamp duty. Tomorrow there is inflation adjustment still on the same. You find that there are about another 5 months there is change of the base rate for the excise duty. So these arbitrary changes really affect the already compliant private sector players. So it's a question of the government looking at how it can increase the tax base rather than the tax rate. That's one angle. The second angle, the revenues are generated in an economy because of the economic activities that are happening in that economy. Anytime that I have to buy, anytime that I have to offer a service, anytime that I have to offer a product and whatnot, it is out of these that the government gets the revenues. So that means if the activities are few, more you'll find that the taxes that the government is collecting is few. But if the activities are many, you find that the government will be able to collect more taxes out of it. And now that speaks to the business operating environment. Issues to do with the global competitiveness, issues to do with SME development, so that when we SMEs have developed, we have robust multiplier effect of the economic activities. We are talking of looking at how we can have export-led initiatives in the country, so that we can attract more of the foreign earnings, we can have more of remittance coming to the country, and be able, like now, to stabilize the exchange rate. So those are some of the measures that need to be looked into, so that the government can increase the revenues that it wants, but also ensure that the nexus is also helping the private sector to grow.